Thousands of heart surgeries are performed every day in the United States. Thousands of heart surgeries are performed every day in the United States. Even though there is a shortage of donor organs, more than 3,400 people have heart transplants each year. Two major advances in medicine made heart surgery possible. The heart-lung machine, which takes over the work of the heart. Body cooling techniques, which allow more time for surgery without causing brain damage. What is a heart-lung machine? The heart-lung machine is also called a cardiopulmonary bypass machine. It takes over for the heart by replacing the heart's pumping action and by adding oxygen to the blood. This means that the heart will be still for the operation, which is necessary when the heart has to be opened, open heart surgery. When you are connected to the heart-lung machine, it does the same job that your heart and lungs would do. The heart-lung machine carries blood from the upper right chamber of the heart, the right atrium, to a special reservoir called an oxygenator. Inside the oxygenator, oxygen bubbles up through the blood and enters the red blood cells. This causes the blood to turn from dark, oxygen-poor, to bright red, oxygen-rich. Then, a filter removes the air bubbles from the oxygen-rich blood, and the blood travels through a plastic tube to the body's main blood conduit, the aorta. From the aorta, the blood moves throughout the rest of the body. The heart-lung machine can take over the work of the heart and lungs for hours. Trained technicians called perfusion technologists, blood flow specialists, also called the pump team, operate the heart-lung machine. What are cooling techniques? Cooling techniques let surgeons stop the heart for long periods without damaging the heart tissue. Cool temperatures avoid damage to the heart tissue by reducing the heart's need for oxygen. The heart may be cooled in two ways. Blood is cooled as it passes through the heart-lung machine. In turn, this cooled blood lowers body temperature when it reaches all of the body parts. Cold salt water, saline, is poured over the heart. After cooling, the heart slows and stops. Injecting a special potassium solution into the heart can speed up this process and stop the heart completely. The heart is then safe from tissue injury for 2 to 4 hours. Who is in the operating room during surgery? During heart surgery, a highly trained group works as a team. The cardiovascular surgeon heads up the surgery team and performs the key parts of the surgery. The assisting surgeons follow the direction of the cardiovascular surgeon. The cardiovascular anesthesiologist gives you the medicines that make you sleep during the surgery, called anesthesia, and monitors the ventilator, which breathes for you during surgery. The perfusion technologists run the heart-lung machine. The cardiovascular nurses are specially trained to assist in heart surgery. What kinds of heart and blood vessel surgeries are there? Coronary artery bypass. This is the most common kind of heart surgery, also called coronary artery bypass graft surgery (CABG), coronary artery bypass (CAB), coronary bypass, or bypass surgery. The surgery involves using a healthy section of blood vessel from another part of the body to bypass a part of a diseased or blocked coronary artery. This creates a new route for blood to flow, so that the heart muscle will get the oxygen-rich blood it needs to work properly. During bypass surgery, the breastbone, sternum, is divided, the heart is stopped, and blood is sent through a heart-lung machine. Unlike other kinds of heart surgery, the chambers of the heart are not opened during bypass surgery. The terms single bypass, double bypass, triple bypass, or quadruple bypass refer to the number of arteries that are bypassed. Valve repair or replacement. Blood is pumped through your heart in only one direction. Heart valves play key roles in this one-way blood flow, opening and closing with each heartbeat. Pressure changes behind and in front of the valves allow them to open their flap-like doors, called cusps or leaflets, at just the right time, then close them tightly to prevent a backflow of blood. Two of the most common kinds of valve problems that require surgery are stenosis, which means the leaflets do not open wide enough and only a small amount of blood can flow through the valve. Stenosis narrowing occurs when the leaflets thicken, stiffen, or fuse together. Surgery is needed to either open the valve that is there or replace it with a new one. Regurgitation, which is also called insufficiency or incompetence, means that the valve does not close properly and blood leaks backward instead of moving in the proper forward direction. Surgery is needed to either tighten or replace the valve. Surgical repair of a valve involves the surgeon rebuilding the valve so that it will work properly. Valve replacement means that the valve is replaced with a biological valve made of animal or human tissue, or a mechanical valve made from materials such as plastic, carbon, or metal. Arrhythmia surgery. Any irregularity in your heart's natural rhythm is called an arrhythmia. Arrhythmias are usually treated first with medicines. Other treatments may include electrical cardioversion, where the cardiologist or surgeon uses paddles to shock the heart back into a normal rhythm. Catheter ablation, where the cardiologist uses a special tool to ablate the cells that are causing the arrhythmia. This is done in the cardiac catheterization laboratory, the cath lab. Pacing and rhythm control devices, including pacemakers and implantable cardioverter defibrillators (ICDs). Patients can have these devices implanted while in the operating room or the cath lab.